Everybody.
Hello.
Nobody's in the chat yet, so we're just talking to nobody.
Is it on Facebook?
Should be on Facebook. I'll pull it up on here.
I can pull it up on here.
Here we go. I got you.
Can you turn it on where we can see the chat?
Yep. You're watching us. So. Oh wait.
No,
Make sure
I
that.
should post it on mine. Ira Goodman is watching. Lisa Sullivan Browse is watching. Hi, Mom.
I just tweeted a bunch of things, so hopefully everybody can see it. If you can't see it, let us know.
No. Why?
I gotta make sure we're on YouTube too. Anyway, welcome to a kind of a midweek chat. We're gonna do a midweek Ben's brick design. We're gonna do a little build, a little Star Wars Microfighter build, and I brought Bethany back as a guest because everybody seems to like. Oh yeah, I can manage my dashboard from the phone now. Okay.
You're listening to Radio
Let me know if you can hear the music okay. We got Radio Cutman again on YouTube. What's the hops? How's it going?
Hi. Well, I always look over there because that's where the screen is.
Well, that's where the chat is, and
camera's
that's where
right
the
there. I know. They
multi.
can't see the- yeah.
So our friend David's on. I think it's David. Could be Cease. It's probably David. So
Hi,
thanks
Lauren.
for
Hi, guys.
thanks for joining. Tonight's drink, if you want to get this in early, is a fourth tap. It's kind of a standard. I say standard, but we've all had it. Highland Scoundrel Scotch Ale. Notice the ABV on that, 10% ABV. It's good. It's really yummy. You don't have a drink. Do you want a drink?
No, I have a
You have a.
Zero.
Do you want to splash some rum in that, or are you good? All right. So those are the drinks. She is the likable one on the stream, Tucker. But
I am?
yeah,
Aww.
yeah, that's why she's back. I've been trying to figure out ways to like permanently incorporate you. I think this is a
Yeah, I
lot
don't
more
know
fun.
what we're going to do tonight because we're out of questions.
Well,
and I don't know anything about Lego.
So I told you to look up or I suggested that we look up the 350
Yeah.
questions. If you want to do that on your phone. That was just something to keep the conversation going because whereas before the 6 or so videos that I've done before have all been about designing or building, and I could still do that, but I think it gets a little boring for people. We're gonna do an hour to an hour and a half to 2 hours of me just like doing stuff. Well, Cease might be on at some point, but she doesn't like the internets. So unless you're kind of a fan of Lego or you're just like hanging out and putting this on in the background while you're eating dinner or watching a show or doing laundry, that's great too. We can do whatever. So, but a couple things tonight before we get started. I'd like to mention a few things about stuff going on in my life. I have my oldest daughter is in Canada.
Yay!
Her senior trip now is underway, and she's going with a class group, a group through school. It's a kind of a guided tours thing
French
through school.
Club, but she's not in the French club.
It's not the French club, but it's French club people have gone through this group to get this vacation going.
I apparently don't know what's going on.
And not everybody in the group that's going speaks French. There are I would say most of the kids are doing
But
that.
you taught her the important stuff.
Yeah, so I taught her yesterday to ask for how to say, where's the bathroom, and
Which
say,
is?
It really depends. It's où est le WC or où est le loup. Tucker will correct me if I'm wrong. And then I also told her how to say I'm an American and that I am sorry I'm an American. So two very important things.
How do you apologize for Trump in French?
There's no apologies for Trump. Freedom fries. So she was kind of tired and I didn't want to bore her with more French. But anyway, and my youngest is now, he started his first day of work today. He's 15 and he's got his first day on the job today. So that's really good.
I'm cold, I'm gonna grab a sweater.
All right.
BRB.
So those are two really great things for me. I'm very excited about that. And in terms of Lego things that are going on, if you've been watching, you'll know that Brick Fiesta is coming up. Brick Fiesta is the local text lug, organized, and not really sponsored, but we put on, I think I lost my chat. Hang on a second. The lug puts on the event. They organize it and all the volunteers are there. Oh, and I think I just lost my chat, so that's great. Site can't be reached. All right, fantastic. So anyway, well, I'm waiting for that to load. Hopefully that doesn't interrupt the stream. But so Brick Fiesta, it happens July 4th weekend, so like the 4th through the 7th. And the public days are the 5th through the 7th, or 5th and 6th, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Restream is down. That's not good. So it's a fun event for the public. Come out and spend your $15. I think it's $15 per person per family, but I think there's a family discount too. We're still going on Facebook. What's up, James? Hey, James. Thanks for doing the metal sheet for the dome support. I hope that works out. I was going to show a picture real quick of the plywood that Tim brought too. In fact, I can.
Did we lose?
We lost Restream, so I don't know if we're officially on. Yeah, this is a clip from last week on Mixer.
I was wearing the same shirt.
And Twitch is just spinning, so I don't know what happened. Says the site can't be found either. Did we lose internet? I hope we didn't lose internet. We're
Haley
still on.
Daniels is watching.
Hi, Haley. How's it going? Yeah, it's like we lost everything, which is not great. I'm going to scoot this over because I can't see what I'm doing. My network. Follow channels. So, Brick Fiesta also, they have some activities and they have other things where you can show up and you can hear panels where designers will come into town and talk. And there are activities that there'll be some games and stuff like that. There, a lot of the information will be on Brick Fiesta's website. So that's brickfiesta.com, I believe. And I don't know what happened to, I really hope we don't have to restart this, but that sucks. All right, so anyway.
But we got Facebook.
What's up, Haley? Are you at E3 too? I don't know which way my beard goes. It's because it's reversed. Anyway, I'll keep pinging this on Restream. So anyway, again, these are the beers that I'm drinking. It's Fourth Tap Highland Scoundrel. It's very good. It's Scotch ale. I'm a big fan of the dark beers. I probably should have poured this in the glass, but we'll see how that goes.
David Tucker is watching on
Hey, David Tucker.
Facebook. Tucker, did we lose Twitch and Mixer, and what else are you on?
Well, I was
What
using
about YouTube?
I was using Restream, and it says
You're still live on YouTube.
I'm still live on YouTube.
Can we not see the chat? Oh,
I
wait.
can't see the chat. I'm gonna have to move it over.
I mean, I can look at that.
Trust they know when you're American or French. Yeah, I bet they do. So I'm gonna pull it over to here. Let's do YouTube over here. Because I think Restream just went down, so I think I'm still good on YouTube and Facebook, which is fine. It says no internet. Oh, this stupid machine keeps losing the internet. That's what it is. Anyway, sorry to be like super boring at the first part of this while we try to figure everything out. Did you find?
Yeah,
hey,
I found it.
What's up, Betty? Betty's another lug person I haven't seen in a while.
Hi, Betty. Yeah, I found. I don't know. See, I'm having a really bad hair day. I apologize. Not that anybody cares, but not happy with that right now.
Let's see if the chat's back up. Open in browser. I don't want to have to do too many things here. All right, well, it says it's up. I don't know what's going on with it, so we'll see. I'm gonna
Well, I've
close it.
got YouTube up, so I can
All right.
see the chat.
So, today we are building a Gungan Bongo. Now, if you guys remember the Phantom Menace, which I'm not gonna judge you if you don't remember it because it was at POS. What's up, the Lego Geek? It's good to have you here. So this is, today I'm gonna be building the submarine that that Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Jar Jar take away from the Gungan city to feed by going through the planet core, which, you know, the whole planet's made of water apparently. It has no central core that has any sort of material that makes it spin or gives it a gravitational field or anything. It's just solid water, which, you know, that happens because we know so much about the galaxy of Star Wars. Anyway, this is not going to be a Jar Jar figure. No. So this is the figure we're doing. This is Gungan Soldier. I'm going to respond to a text real quick.
Yeah. She needs me too. Yeah, this has been a really fascinating stream so far. We're doing great.
Yeah. It's his first day on the job. He's been there for 2 hours and he's hungry.
What kind of snack would you want?
A snack or a couple dollars. I have a couple dollars if you need a couple dollars. So my son is hungry at his first day of the job. And of course, it's right in the middle of me doing my stream and his moms are at a Bare Naked Ladies concert. And we gotta go take care of that.
Yeah.
Can you go take care of
Yeah,
that?
I can go bring him a couple bucks.
All right, so while she's doing that, I'll build and I'll talk, and then when she gets back, you'll be here to
Do you think
chat
she
and ask
literally
questions?
means a couple of dollars?
Or a snack of some kind. I don't know what we have in the way of snacks.
We have bananas. Sorry, I'll text you.
Bananas or super boring stuff. Misa needs a beer, yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna have a couple things going on. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on Facebook and another chat and instructions. But anyway, while we get that sorted out, we can take him, if you wanna make him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or take him a banana, or I've got $7, he can buy food there. You wanna do that?
Yeah.
I think I have $7. Yep, here you go, $7. Anyway, all right, so back on track. The build we're doing is the Gungan Bongo, and you've seen the picture in the thumbnail. This is the figure we're gonna use. The figure was brought to you by Creative Brick Builders. It's a shop here in Austin. It's actually in Round Rock. It's a resale shop. They also host for birthday parties and other events. The owner is a member of the user group, and she's a very awesome person. And I've bought a lot of minifigures from her, and I've bought a lot of loose brick from her and some sets, and we have our parties hosted there, and it's just a good time. Are you gonna leave your water bottle here?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to.
You'll text me back to see what you want.
So we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna turn this over to the build camera. So, and I've got my pieces. I'd like to thank, shout out to Kentuckiana Bricks for providing most of these pieces. I order a lot of pieces from them. So if you are on BrickLink, you could look up Kentuckiana Bricks. They also go by the Toy Pro USA or Toy Pro LLC or something like that. They provided a lot of bricks for the Capitol, a lot of bricks for a lot of the Microfighters that I do. So,
Just gonna bring a banana too, just in case.
okay, perfect. Beth will be back in about 20 minutes. Greg just works down the road. So anyway, so I'm starting to build. You know what? I'm going to take a quick second. This is the Capitol Dome. That's the start of the dome. So that's, if James is still watching, that's the plywood it's sitting on, and we can, I haven't, you know, locked it down to anything yet, so we can move it over to the metal sheet if we think the metal sheet's going to be better. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so how y'all doing tonight? It's a Thursday. Something I was going to talk about too. I got a very, very cool thing from work the other day. A coworker of mine emailed me, and she knew that a lot of the people that I work with were saying that they hear me on the radio because I had done a promo spot for KUT in which I talk about Lego, and I talk about the user group, and I talk about growing up and building and how fun it is. And I actually sent them an email because they do a Sonic ID program, which is like, this is what it sounds like to be at my job, or this is what it sounds like around my neighborhood. So I sent one in saying, I haven't heard anybody do the sound of Lego, you know, the sound of digging through big vats of Lego. And it's for Lego fans out there, it's a German word called Gerstellung, and it's the sound of the tinkling and crunching that you hear when you go through a big vat of Lego. And I made the point to say it was a comforting sound when I was a kid because that meant that I was, you know, able to build and play and imagine. So it got picked up and it repeats every couple months. And I always get somebody at work saying, oh, I heard you on the radio today. And they, you know, sometimes they don't realize that I was into Lego as much as this. So I had a lady at work say, hey, I've got some Lego here that my son doesn't want anymore. Do you want it? And I was like, well, I'll take it, you know. And I'm thinking it's like, you know, a bunch of Duplo and Mega Brick and Mega Block and, you know, junky stuff like that, because no one just gives away Lego. So, hi, Dara. Dara is watching. So she said, well, it's a big box, and can you meet me on, you know, this level of the parking lot? So I was like, yeah, sure. We leave at the same time during the day, so I was like, yeah, I'll meet you down there. And she brings out this box, and I don't know how good the light's gonna be here, but this is the box that she brings out. So it's a huge box full of, I mean, it's gotta be about 20 pounds of Lego, maybe 15. And these are all the minifigures I was able to get out of it. So, I mean, there's quite a few. There was almost 3 whole sets in it. And she had said that her son was about 15 and had to make a decision about, you know, the room and if he was going to keep them or get rid of them or sell them or what. And she's like, I'm going to make the decision for you. We're going to just get rid of them. And so she asked me, and I was like, well, God, how much do I owe you for this? And she's like, it's either this or I throw them away. And I got really sad. I was like, no one throws away Lego. Please don't throw away Lego. So I got a lot to sort through. Hi, Dara. So fancy with the double cameras. I know. It's getting pretty rad in here. I went and spent big bucks, big $20 on the webcam here. And the webcam is actually, the camera on the Mac is actually not bad. The camera on the webcam, it's a little low-G webcam. It's not, the focus isn't great. You can see it doesn't refocus real well. It's got kind of a fixed distance. I don't know how to fix that. So anyway, once Brick Fiesta is done, and then once the Capitol is done, I've got several other projects I'll be able to work on. So I'll be able to stream more Microfighter stuff. I'll be rebuilding things and doing short videos of that. So, and the world will never run out of beer. So I'll always be here with beer. So let's get to building. And if you guys have questions, I don't have anybody to ask me questions. So feel free to shoot them. I can still see YouTube, and I'm gonna see real quick if I can still get onto, it doesn't matter. I don't think a lot of people were watching from Twitch or anything. But anyway, so we're gonna get to building. These instructions are available on Rebrickable. It's the website that if you, it originally began with, if you had a certain set, you could go on this site and say, well, I have this one set, and it's a truck, and I would like to, oh, that's an 8. And I would like to build something else out of it. Well, let me see what I can build. And then if you build it, you can say, well, this is what else I built. Here's a picture of it. And people will say, that's amazing. Do you have instructions? And you can kind of maybe take a few pictures and break it down and show people how you did it. And then if not, you can also make them digitally in the software that I use, or another software people do it in Lego Digital Designer. So that you can do it there too. And then you can put up the instructions for everybody to look at. So what I've started to do is, these aren't really models that are built off something else. They're basically just models that I come up with in the software, and then I put them on Rebrickable. So this instruction set is available on Rebrickable. There's only a few people really doing Microfighters, so you can just look up my name. It's the same name as my screen name, which should be all over the place here. And if not, you can look up Gungan Bongo, and I really doubt anybody else has done anything with that. And I've got, 50 or 60 sets up there already, and I've got about 200 or so that I want to get through and design, or that have been designed that I want to do instructions for. And then I've got another 100 or so that I want to really sort of, Allie, leave it. Hang on real quick. Dead air, sorry about this. But somebody left somebody else's food out. So what happens is, when we dog sit, we have other dogs that come in and live with us for a little bit, and we leave the dog food out. And then Allie isn't supposed to eat it, but she does because, well, she's not supposed to, because she has a condition called megaesophagus. And I'm going to let Beth talk all about that when she gets back. But she is not supposed to eat anything but her big old dog meatballs made of stuff. And I try not to be involved with that because it kind of tweaks me out a little bit, mushing up stuff like that. I've had kids, and I don't mind picking up after kids. But for some reason, dealing with barfy dogs really gets to me. Call it a failing. So, for those who are regular fans, this Sunday we'll do another stream. And I don't think I'll have parts for another build by then, so I may end up just doing the one by myself with some digital designing. And then next Thursday, we will not be doing one either because we'll be in New York. We're taking a vacation. So what I might try to do is record a video where I put together something else and kind of I'll do a time lapse or something, and then upload that Thursday night instead. Or, I don't know, we may do a live thing while we're in New York. We'll just have to see. Or I may just take a week off. It's not like I've got a schedule to keep with a network or something like that. So you can probably already start to tell. This is going to be a mix of dark blue and light, or old light gray and new light blue gray. Again, the webcam doesn't really show it, but you should be able to see that. I kind of don't care. A lot of these are internal pieces, and sometimes it gives it a little better look. But I know people who will not want to build anything but one or the other. But there are also people who like to keep parts as new as possible because they do a lot of toy photography with them, and it makes it nice and shiny. If you get a nice gleam off the brick, you can kind of see it doing that right now. That makes it look really nice when you're taking some photography with it. Yeah, Tucker, I'm excited. I've only been to New York a couple times, so this should be fun. We're going with Beth's parents. Should be a good bit of sightseeing, bit of visiting with some family. I'm going to see if I can talk to some old college friends while I'm out there. So we'll see what works. And Beth is back. Hey, Beth.
Hey, did I miss anything?
Yeah, you missed Allie trying to, and I'm already missing a piece.
Regurgitating?
No, eating Finn's food.
Oh no.
Yeah, his food was down there.
Did she get all of it?
She got a good chunk of it. I put the rest in the pantry. So yeah.
Did you curse me?
No, I explained why that was a bad thing to all 7 of our viewers.
Probably 6 of them who already know.
Yeah, they think you're a horrible person, but I don't.
Aw.
Especially Tucker. Tucker just thinks you're the worst.
I don't want to disappoint Tucker.
Yeah.
Are you looking at your Facebook? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. So explain why Allie can't eat that stuff.
So Allie cannot have regular kibble because she has a condition called megaesophagus, which is exactly what it sounds like. It means her esophagus is enlarged, but it's also paralyzed, so the food can't get from her esophagus to her stomach. So she has to do 2 things when she eats. She has to eat food of a certain texture, and dry kibble is not it. Tucker said, truly the worst of all time. We're talking about Ben, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. She has to eat food of a certain consistency, and kibble is not it. And then she also has to eat in a chair, and she has to eat sitting up.
Hypebot is now hosting us. Thank you, Hypebot. So I guess we're good on Twitter.
Okay.
Or on Mixer.
I was like, Twitter. So that's why she can't have Finn's food. Also, it's not very polite to eat our company's food.
Right. Well, he is playing with her toys.
Well, but she's not playing with it, so he may as well.
All right, for you Lego fans out here, this is what's known as evil. I just needed one of these, but I don't know who did this. It's probably my son. Was he okay, by the way?
Yeah, he looked busy.
All right.
He actually was coming outside to give someone their food or whatever. My son was like, "Gee," slipped in the cash.
So this is evil. Don't ever do this. You can see.
Shalane said, am I saying her name right?
Yes.
Shalane said she's sharing.
She's sharing.
Yeah.
She's sharing with her mouth.
Yeah.
All right, that wasn't that bad.
Did you swear when she did it? Did
No,
you embarrass yourself?
I just went, Allie, no, don't do that.
Did he really, guys, or did he say, God damn it, dog?
Nope,
Can
I
you
did
swear
not
on
swear.
this?
Yeah, we're not. Nobody's paying us to do anything, so. Stupid some bitches. I don't know how family friendly this is, but.
I don't think there are any children watching. Although it is a Lego thing.
Yeah, but it's an AFOL thing.
Did you want to do questions?
We can.
Okay.
She's being a good hostess. Yes, that's exactly it.
She is being a good hostess. Let's see. Michael Todd is watching. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Hi, Mike. Mike's a friend from Pencil Jack, another comic book person.
Cool.
Oh, we ran into him. I think we were doing, no, that was the guys' night when we were at Black Star.
I wasn't there.
That's right.
Okay. Question number 1.
All right.
What weird food combination do you really enjoy?
So, I mean, I'll eat anything. I don't really have a discerning palate, as it were. But I remember when I was, and Shalane actually might remember this because I think I tried to make her eat one. When I was in high school, I would make these sandwiches that was basically, it was a 3-piece of bread sandwich. There was peanut butter and jelly and potato chips, which isn't all that weird. Potato chips on the peanut butter side, pickles on the jelly side,
Ew.
and then whipped cream and chocolate chips.
On what?
On one pieces of bread. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich with pickles, potato chips, whipped cream, and chocolate chips.
Okay, I can almost get into that without the pickles.
The pickles and jelly is surprisingly good. It really is. And the reason I thought to do this is because I had recently had a Monte Cristo at Bennigan's, which is like ham and cheese and turkey sandwich fried up, and then you dip it in jelly. I'm like, oh man, that's got to be good.
But then the whipped cream and chocolate chips?
Yeah, that actually didn't add too much to it.
That would be fine with like a regular peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yeah. Shaylee and I agree. She said it was weird.
Well, and you said, what's the weird food combination?
It is, that's true. Mine would either be, I'm sorry, were you done?
No, that was it.
Okay.
I'm sure I could think of something else, but.
You? I have a couple of weird things. I like, and I know that there are quite a few people that like but the people that don't think it's really weird, I like to mix ketchup and mayonnaise together, and it makes a good like fry dip.
Yeah, it makes
it creamy, like creamy tomato.
It's like a French dipping sauce kind of thing.
So I guess that's not too weird. I also like anything in mustard. I like potato chips dipped in mustard.
That's just bizarre.
Like regular old potato chips.
Mm.
I've gotten to a point in my old age. Richard Nelson is watching.
Hi, Richard.
Hi. I've gotten to a point in my old age where I like jalapenos on many, many things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm starting to like. I wasn't a big fan of jalapenos at first because I just didn't like the fact that they were hot. Mm-hmm. And now I actually kind of appreciate the taste.
Yeah, the taste is good. I don't like the hotness, but I like the taste. You know what?
You are just threatened by my Guatemalan hotness.
When I first saw that, I thought he was saying watermelons. I thought he was saying watermelones.
Yeah, watermelon. Watermelonus?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of my watermelonus?
That's what I thought he was saying. No, but the thing that I think is weird that nobody else does, so maybe I'm the weird one, is fries dipped in Frosties.
Yeah, Wendy's Frosties with French fries.
Ugh.
Oh, that's the best.
Sounds awful.
Sounds delicious. I want Wendy's right now.
But I think you win on the weirdness. Like I said, if the pickles weren't on it, it would have been fine, but ugh. Okay. Come on. Oh, my phone's gonna lock me out. Okay. What social stigma does society really need to get over? Joe's watching. Hi, Joe.
What's up, Joe? Say that again.
What social stigma does society really need to get over? Oh, I could go. On.
Anything to do with gender identity.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
They just need to get over themselves with the why.
Well,
the ickiness with the gays.
Yeah. Well, and if you're looking at, well, that's not gender identity.
That's true.
But if you're
Fizzgig, shut up.
If you're looking at what's interesting is that there's such a big so much prejudice against transgender people, and I read an article that said that they have found that people's brains match the gender that they identify with, not their biological sex. So
TIL.
Yeah. So for everyone who's like, oh, it's not natural, blah blah blah. Yes, it is, bitches. Science has proven it. So
Science.
So anytime any redneck, sorry for anyone who's a redneck.
There's like 3 people on here who are rednecks.
Who?
Nobody.
I mean, but yeah, seriously, anytime some narrow-minded
You're the one who's from Kentucky.
Tell you that's true. Tries to tell you that being transgendered is unnatural and unscientific. That's bullshit. It's completely scientific. They've studied people's brains and found that again, their brains match the gender they identify as, not their biological sex. Okay. Let's see, social stigma. I'm trying to think of one. What
Yeah, because I answered a good one.
Society need to get over.
Breastfeeding in public.
Yeah.
You squeamish motherfuckers who do not.
There was someone breastfeeding at Sushi Nini today.
Oh, really? God, that bothers me. Put it away. I don't want to see that.
It bothers you when people. Oh no!
No, when
bothers you
people
get upset
about
Gotcha.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So she asked.
What article was that? I took a brain class and we were wondering if there were any studies on that. I cannot remember where I found it, but if I can find it again, I will send it to Ben to post or just send to you.
To disseminate.
I think it was like a fairly recent article. But it was like pretty groundbreaking.
All right, if anybody builds it, sorry. If anybody builds this, I did these as sub-assemblies. This is the Lego portion of the show. I apologize.
Wow, this is the boring.
Right, so I build these sub-assemblies and it goes like this, but what you're gonna wanna do is take this bit off and put it on like that, and then put this part on like that.
You're
C'est
very
ça?
welcome, Shailene. I will.
Shalane.
Is it Shalane?
Shalane Marveth.
Shalane. I'm sorry. People always mispronounce my name too, so sorry about that.
It's all right. It's weird because I didn't think it was a very kind of uncommon name, and then when I met Cheryl, her middle name was Shalene,
Oh.
and I was like, that's weird.
So you stole 2 of the ones I would have done. Yeah, I do. I don't like the stigma.
Oh, that's so great. That's a good one.
Against breastfeeding in public because
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect you to go eat on a toilet. So why would we expect a baby to have to be fed on a toilet?
Exactly.
James Fetter says it's awesome when a male family member complains about getting turned on by the female member's exposed breast. Really, dude? Maybe keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way with talking about anything kind of in a sexual way, and being anymore being the person who's like, hey dude, really?
Yeah.
Like, I get that, if you want to think that internally. You don't have to tell everybody because now you're making it uncomfortable for people.
Yeah, exactly. Another social stigma. You know what? I'm going to go with the stigma of women who are unmarried and have never had babies.
Do you know anybody like that?
Yes, me.
All right.
I am 38 years old and I have never been married. I do not have children. And I don't plan on having children. Talking about marriage makes Ben a little gassy, so.
Yeah, so I'm going to go get some pieces.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. But
Gassy?
yeah, it was the first thing I could think of.
Gassy?
Yes. Well, you're always gassy.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. He is the appropriate amount of gassy. But no, that bothers me too. Or that the idea that women who don't have children are selfish. So, that is mine. Okay. Let's see. What food have you never eaten but would really like to try? Ben, did you hear? They probably can't hear you. So I'll think of an answer. I don't know that there's anything that I haven't eaten that I would really like to try.
Yeah, I've tried most of the foods.
Yeah, the things I haven't eaten are because I think they're gross, like sauerkraut.
You know what I haven't had?
What have
That I really am pissed at myself that I didn't. I could do this. Korean barbecue. I've never had Korean barbecue.
Really?
Yeah. And I hear it's great,
That
but I've never had it.
surprises me.
And not because I'm looking at it like I don't want it. It's just I feel like the timing is never right for, and nobody ever says, hey, let's go get some Korean barbecue. This needs to be, I messed this up, so just to get this together, I'm going to put a couple other ones on the bottom of this.
So yeah, I don't think I have a food that I've wanted to try that I haven't. I tried escargot for the first time last year. That was awesome.
I tried escargot in high school
Well, I grew
because
up
I was in the French class,
I grew up in Kentucky.
and we went to a French restaurant.
Well, yeah, I don't think there's anything that I haven't had.
Dude, what the fuck?
It actually is
Or what the
WTH,
hell?
What the hell?
What
Is
the hell
that-
what?
Joe, is that about the Korean barbecue?
Go now. For
Oh,
what?
yeah, the Korean barbecue.
Oh, Korean barbecue.
I
Yeah.
assume that's what he's talking about.
There's plenty of places in Austin that have it too. It's
I don't know why. Hey,
Yeah.
Joe, you know what? You should come to Austin and
Yeah.
take us out for a Korean barbecue. Just saying.
offer is out there. You can stay with us.
We'll even pay for it. We'll take you out for Korean barbecue.
That's right. And you can show us how good it is.
He said stop talking and go get barbecue.
Stop talking. Well, here's the problem. Being in Austin, we're surrounded by barbecue. We're just surrounded by food. It's a food mecca. It's the live food capital of the world.
Is it?
It's no longer the live music capital. I think there's other places that are probably better at that.
Is that why I've gotten, well, we won't talk about.
Happy?
Yes, it's my happy weight that I've gained. All right. What's something you really resent paying for?
Lego.
Do you?
No, I never
I was gonna
resent.
say, I don't
I
think
resent.
you do.
I resent the cost of Lego, but I don't resent paying for it because I
Yeah.
love it. What do I know there's a lot of things that I get mad about having to pay for, but that list grows longer the older I get.
So James said, and it's funny, I thought Joe was saying this. I'm like, how do you know, Joe?
Donkey Mow in Cedar Park. Oh, you know what? We just need to go to H. We just need to go to H Mart in general.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've never been to H Mart.
Rachel and SJ just keep telling us to go to H Mart, and
just
need to. There's a bunch of places in like. I don't even think it's called Chinatown. Just that area on Burnett and Lamar. I'm guessing there's places over there.
We should try that because we're not too far away from Cedar Park.
Yeah.
Something you regret paying for.
So pretty. Look at the trends.
I regret paying for all the Groupons
like
that
diamonds.
I bought that I never used. I bought many Groupons for things that I've never used. And it may expire.
Is it, what do you regret paying? What do you regret buying? Is that what it said?
What do you regret paying for?
Oh.
What's
I've got something that
I'm sorry, you really resent paying for.
Oh, well that's different.
That is different.
So let's combine these because I
Paula's watching.
Hi, Paula. Hey Paula, we're drinking. Hey, sorry we couldn't be with you, but we're drinking. I'm drinking. She's having a Coke.
I'm drinking Coke Zero. Coke Zero, actually.
Coke Zero. I regret, I will say this. Before you and I were dating, I was trying to get sweet with somebody, and I wanted to look my best, and so I was exercising and working out, and I was doing all this stuff to make myself better than I was, pretty much, and I got teeth whitening done. And this was $300, and it hurt like a bitch. And it was totally not worth it because inside of like a week, it was totally, like I had done the upkeep and I had done the whatever, you know, the tray with the medicine in it at night and everything. And it was worthless because inside of like a week or two, it was just back to regular. The first night, you're supposed to do a thing where like every night you're supposed to like half hour with a tray in your mouth. And then once there was like a 1 or 2 day upkeep or like a shot kind of thing. Like you've got your maintenance stuff and then your like ramp up stuff, right? So that night that I got home, my head already hurts because I've had this procedure done, which is basically laser bleaching your teeth, and it hurt. But then I took, instead of the nightly maintenance, I did the monthly up charge or up thing, and it sort of like double bleached my teeth, and it hurt so bad.
Was it like the episode of
It was like a Friends episode.
The Friends episode where Ross bleached his teeth and he left it on too long and they turned the light off and he was like glowing.
Yeah, it was so, oh God. I just felt like, well, that was $300 that I'm never getting back. I might as well just thrown it out the window.
Do you resent that?
I also, well, no, because I don't resent that it cost that much. I think that there are times when people would do that, and I don't begrudge people for doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like a waste. I think it was a waste for me, but in general, I don't think it was a waste. I think a waste in general would be stuff like insurance. I think insurance, I resent having to pay insurance.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I mean, I get that it covers us and all that stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, the whole system's broken.
You know what else? Yeah.
Eat the rich.
Yeah. You know what else I resent is paying for a specialist to look at Allie's x-ray when they came back saying the same thing as the doctor did, as the vet did. That's a whole other story, though.
Whole nother story.
Whole nother. Okay. What would a world populated by clones of you be like? A very, very anxious world. Nerds for me too, but also anxious nerds.
Anxious nerds. Oh, I've got all these extra pieces out here that I didn't need.
Okay, this is interesting. I want to know what you think about this. Do you believe that aliens exist?
So what is it? Fermi's theorem that says based on the law of probabilities of the size of the universe, aliens have to exist? Yeah, so I believe that they exist. I just don't think here. I have of two minds of this. The first is that the universe is so vast and infinite. It's not infinite, but it's very vast. That I just don't think that there cannot be life somewhere else in the universe. The problem is it's so far away that it doesn't matter if we find it or not. It's just,
Yeah.
the other thing is, and I shouldn't say that, I'm kind of just rambling while I'm building because I'm trying to keep a train of thought, but it's not that I don't think it doesn't matter if we don't find them. I just think that it may be impossible that at any point we may be able to find them, or they find us.
Paula says you have two minds of everything.
I do have two minds. I'm of a mind makes a movie.
It's
Phone
very
book.
true, Paula.
So the other thing is that maybe why did this not work? There has been existence of alien life, but it's so old that we've missed it. So it existed millions or billions of years ago, and we just they burned out.
Yeah.
They killed themselves out, or they just ceased to exist, and we'll never know.
My thing is, I mean, I agree that I think that the universe is too vast for there to not be life on other planets, or no life.
Is there life on Mars?
Or no life in the other life in the universe other than us. But I don't think they're out looking for us and studying us, because I think they are more advanced than we are. So why would they need to study us?
Why do we study microbes? Why do we study rodents? To understand us.
I just don't understand why they would need to understand us.
I'm going to repeat my sentence. Uh-oh. I didn't think this was going to work, but it doesn't.
But why,
work.
Ben? What could they possibly gain from...
Maybe they're just looking for a sick hot sauce recipe.
Maybe. That's the only thing that makes sense.
All right, here you go. The bongo. I'm going to put this up. The build camera is done. Full camera. Check it out.
God, now I have to look at my terrible hair.
Yeah, look at that.
Is it swooshable?
It's so swooshable. It's very solid. It's got the little spirally thing in the background. Talk about Allie or something while he's building.
Ben can't focus.
Ben can't focus. Well, Ben's done.
Oh, I could talk about Allie all day.
So I'm really happy. This is one of the early designs that I had done while I was doing Microfighters. I think it looks fantastic.
Betty says cool.
Thank you, Betty. You'll be able to see this. Hey, Betty, are you going to Brick Fiesta? Because I'm bringing all these to Brick Fiesta. I'm bringing all the purchased ones, and then all the ones that I've designed, so I make nice little stands for them and bring them. Yeah, it's like 80 pieces, so it's not that bad.
It also, though, Paula, he says that, but like when he did, was it one of the buses that you have? He said some that are, he's just like Rain Man when it comes to building Lego. It's just like super, super quick.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Speaking of the bus, I had I was actually going to bring it out because I had the VW bus. There's some Creator Series Lego, the double decker, the VW Bug, and the Mini, and I was dusting because it was graduation party.
Oops.
And I had taken all the stuff off the shelf to dust the Lego sets, dust the shelf, and then I put them back. And the shelf is one of those. It's not called a ghost shelf. It's like a seamless shelf. The reason aliens are studying us is because the only species have Lego. Yes, that's exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah.
My dad's so smart. Thank you, Paula. It's pretty bad today, but but I appreciate it.
Oh no, Betty's in Alabama. Okay. Well, if you get back into Texas, come say hi. It'll be good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
And Paula, Ben is the Rain Man of Lego.
I kind of am.
I wonder if
I almost want to show a quick tour of the Capitol, but I don't know how to get the computer in there. I'd have to carry it.
Let's see if there's a Rain Man of Lego already.
Probably. There's so many people who do other great builds and everything. Anyway, the ghost shelf that I have, the shelf that doesn't have the railings on it that you hang it. It's just got the things that go into the drywall or the studs. It leans a little bit. Like it wasn't a perfect mount, so it leans a little bit. And I have these little cheese wedge pieces that are like chocks for under the tires, so they don't slide off, but it slid off. And so I'm cleaning and it just goes everywhere. And it's like one of the few times lately that I got really mad. Not because it broke, because I'm like, well, I can put it back together. That's not the problem. The problem was I was in a stressed ball and I was rushed and I was just trying to get things clean.
God, you were so stressed.
Oh God, that week was just...
His oldest was graduating. And
not just that, my mom and my dad, who hadn't seen each other since my brother's wedding, were in town.
Oh yeah.
And I was just a ball of fucking nerves.
They're very good though. They did a good.
They did fantastic.
Yeah, so.
But anyway, yeah. So I've got to rebuild a VW bus. I've got to rebuild a VW bus. First world Lego problems.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe I can show them the Capitol. You guys want to see the Capitol? I can show you what we've got built so far in the Capitol.
Paula says do more Lego stuff.
Do more Lego stuff. All right.
You do that so I can do something with my hair.
All right.
It's bothered.
So I'm going to take my headphones off here, but I think I have to carry them around, or otherwise you guys have to. Or no, what? I'll just keep them on because it's the mic. So I'm going to undo a couple things here real quick.
I'll be right back.
And then I'm going to carry the laptop. I don't have a... Hey, buddy, you just let me know, because we're going to go on walkabout. So, the Capitol has taken up all my time in the last couple months. But you can see, this is the shelf that had the bus on the end there, and it just slid right off. So, that was a lot of fun. All right, so here's the Capitol. And I can't see anybody's chat, so... this is kind of the, what side is that? That's the east wing, and then we're going over here, and this is where the dome is going to sit on top of. So this piece in here, that central piece is going to come and sit on top of this. It has to be separate. So it'll sit on top of that scaffolding, and it won't be affixed. It has to just kind of sit on it. So once this is where it needs to go, that's it. This is actually the south side. So that's the south, or no, that's the north entrance. So it's kind of like the back door. And the lighting's not really good in here, so it's kind of hard to see that, but you can see the little entryway paths and stuff. And then you can't really see it, but I'm gonna try to hold this over, and you can see the front with the cannons. The cannons were fun to do. And then this is it's the repeat side over here. That's the east wing, or the west wing. I'm sorry, the west side. So yeah, that's fun. It's crazy little bits of, 1x1 bricks and lots of frickin' windows. Each of these sit on a different segment too. So like this whole section will slide out. Do this without killing it. So this is so it can go through the front door. Otherwise, it won't be able to get out of the front door. So there's 5 of these segments. Another lug member, Tim, built this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so this will all break down into take them in a bunch of different minivans and whatever, and get them to the Arboretum. So that's the full size of it, really. It takes up the whole front room here. So that's the Capitol. It's super fun. I work on it a little every day. And I'm gonna have a bunch of people coming over this weekend, hopefully, to work on it. And now we're back. And here's Beth with her lovely hair.
My hair doesn't look any better.
Where did my phone go?
I've given up. It's right there.
Oh. Hi. So here's some figures that I got from this nice lady who gave me a set of Lego. Oh my God, Adnan. What's up, Adnan? I haven't talked to you in forever. You don't know Adnan. Adnan was somebody that used to work alongside of Chip, or in the same company. He worked at NFP.
Okay.
And we used to play basketball together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Paula says it's pretty awesome, Ben.
Thank you very much, Paula. It was a lot of fun.
Paula, you should come over and see it in person sometime soon.
Yeah, you totally should. Anytime.
Adnan says, "What's up, man?"
What's up, yo? It's good to talk to you.
Did you just say yo?
I say yo a lot.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. So included in this
Thank you, Paula.
nice set of Lego. Is Chip actually here? I don't think Chip's actually here.
Paula, is Chip on with you by any chance?
Because Adnan's on. Tell him Adnan's on. Tell him, and if Chip and Adnan are on at the same time, it's two guys that can't guard me and can't shoot with a shit.
Are you good at
What?
basketball?
I was very good at basketball.
I don't mean to sound so surprised. Sorry, I just didn't know this about you.
Look at this. You don't think I'm good at basketball?
I just didn't know this about you.
You should come see my dressing room. Are you a superstar? Are you in the Fallon or something?
I'm intrigued.
So I got this guy too. James, do you know who this guy is? I'm gonna have to look him up. I don't know who this guy is. I think it's Lego. It looks really
Chip's
weird.
Working.
Chip's working.
Yeah.
That figures. What is it like? I don't even know what time it is. It's 9 o'clock. It figures he's working. He's probably upstairs doing something. I'm trying to look at the good figures that I got out of this set. Got a couple clones. I'm gonna probably sell all these guys that I got because I don't need more clones. Ninjago, that's what I thought. That skull guy was Ninjago. Got a couple clones. I think these are Battle Pack clones. I don't think this is Commander Gree, but it's a Kashyyyk Scout. I'm gonna put him either on my AT-AP, which I haven't built yet. Some of these I think are put together really weird. Like they were just happened to be smashed together. Got a Mace Windu. It's not a Clone Wars Mace Windu either. It's a nice one. So anyway, I got a lot of these figures. Oh, here it is. I think this is Commander Gree. That's a Commander Gree. So this, and I haven't even gone through the whole thing yet. Here's a Hondo. This is a second Hondo. So I'm probably gonna sell these back to Christina, the creative brick builders. She might want some of these. This is a clone pilot. I'll probably keep this one. I don't have this guy. A lot of Star Wars in here. A lot of Empire Strikes Back. Indiana Jones. Got this guy, an angry elf of some kind. Hobbit. Lord of the Rings. I think it's Hobbit, but I can't really tell.
Is it?
And some mummies, or some pharaoh mummies things. So yeah, this is just the thing that lady brought me. It doesn't really have anything to do with more builds. So here's the thing. Before next time, because we're gonna do, I thought this would take a little longer to build this, so I don't have anything else really to do.
One have questions.
We have questions, and I can do some designing stuff.
You can't. I don't have to be here.
That's true, but I like you here.
I know.
I
know, but I feel like it takes away from what you started
That's all right.
doing this for.
Where the heck is? Oh, I didn't plug it in.
So, are we going to stream while we're in New York?
No, and I talked about that when you were getting
I missed.
Greg. I had mentioned that we were gonna. I might try to do something Thursday. No, because we're gonna be in there Thursday and Sunday. Mm-hmm. How Ben gets the gray to grow perfectly in his beard.
It's magic.
It's magic because I'm a wizard. We actually had a friend. I was at a. We were at a pool. A friend of ours has a pool, and my friend Tom was just like, "Do you dye that?" And I'm like, "Dye what?" And he's like, "Your beard. It's like the perfect wizard gray. It's like just got that stripe down the middle." And I know, it's pretty rad. It offsets the fact that I have these two fucking weird single patches of gray right behind my ears. It makes it look kind of like honey badger don't give a shit
but
or
you've
something.
got like gray on this side
Yeah.
of the back and not this side. So Paula says, all comments for the next bidder from Chip. What are you doing, you fucking nerd?
I'm playing with bricks.
What are you doing, you fucking nerd?
I'm playing with
I'm trying
plastic.
to say it like Chip. I'm not doing the delivery right.
I'm playing with plastic.
Fucking nerd.
Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerd. You
Fucking nerds.
It's like Wolfman Jack.
All right, we're gonna play with some Lego over here. Yeah.
That was creepy.
That's my Wolfman Jack. So
I don't like it.
I'm gonna flip this over to. Here's the thing. I'm gonna flip over to this now.
Why are
I
there,
have. So here's. here's something we can do. I have a bunch of stuff that I want to build for next time. So why don't you guys tell me which one you want to see built next time? And it has to be one that I've already parted out. I'm not gonna like start from scratch. I might start from scratch. I don't know.
Is this still Chip? Oh, Ben's pretty close. That was probably you doing Chip. That's what she's referring to.
Hey, fuck you, Beth. That's what he does.
Fuck you, Beth.
Fucking Pumphreys. So many inside jokes. No, not orders. Want list. All right, what's on my next want list? How often do you do this? So this is twice a week now. I used to do it once a week, and I was kind of sorting through the times. I started doing it Saturday morning, like really early, because that was a time when I can get up, because I'm an old man who gets up at 6:30 every day.
It's true.
And I was like, well, I'll just get up and I can design and I can build and I can do stuff for a couple hours before you get up. And
Oh, this is captivating.
yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to get to a point. But Saturday morning wasn't working because nobody was watching. So we did this one.
Because you did it at 8 o'clock in the morning, and nobody is going to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning watching a stream.
So here's a list of ones that I could do.
You didn't finish your thought.
So anyway, I jumped around from Saturday morning to Saturday night. Nobody was doing Saturday night because it's Saturday night, and I guess that makes it all right. Stop me.
Chip Pumphrey is about to join. Yay!
Yay. So, so Saturday night wasn't good. Friday night really wasn't working. So I was like, well, Sunday night's good because people can, it's a school night for all intents and purposes. So people can, do that. But I also wanted to do twice a week. And even if we don't do like a full live stream like we're doing right now, I can post a video of like something that I've built. I can go back and tear it down and like.
Chip is now officially watching.
Hi, Chip.
Hey, Chip, fuck you.
Hey, fuck you, Chip.
Just kidding, we love you.
Well, this was going to be a monetized YouTube video, but not now.
Oh, sorry.
No, it was. It's fine.
My bad.
So anyway, these are some of the ships that I could build for next time, and these are the ones that I would need to order parts for. So I don't know who out here is the Star Wars fans. Prince joke. I don't know what that means. This one I've already built. This one's going to be too expensive. This one I've already built. I could do Rey's Speeder. I can do an Eclipse Fighter, a TIE Reaper, a TIE Advance. This is Darth Vader's fighter.
So, is it all Star Wars stuff that you build? Does it have to be Star Wars?
No. Thank you for asking.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, it doesn't.
That was
Okay.
not planned.
So, it started out because Lego makes Microfighters, right? It's an official thing, right? They're official sets.
Are
what?
my eyes glazing over?
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
Yes. Dude, this house is like 87% Lego. And then the other
And
13%
20%.
Star Wars. So, where's the list? This is going to be really boring.
Saturday night, I guess it makes all right.
Yeah, I mean, what have you got to lose? That's it. There you go. A pocket full of Trojans, some of them used. By the way, weren't you the one who were like, that's about condoms?
No, that wasn't me.
Okay, so here's some ships that I could build that aren't Star Wars. So Moya from Farscape, the Enterprise, the Raza, SDF-1.
Chip says make a Lego wiener. Like a dachshund?
Yes, like a
wiener
dachshund.
dog? Is that
So
what
yes,
you're
these
saying?
are all spaceships, but they're not Star Wars. There's a bunch of stuff we can do. So anyway,
I think you should make a Lego wiener just for Chip.
I can go get the parts and do my best, like right now.
No, don't.
I can make them with the parts that I've
My
got in
mom's
here.
watching this.
So here's it. Here, it's not a wiener, but
Damn it, Chip.
it's a dewback.
What? Oh.
It's a dewback. As in, your library books are due back tomorrow.
Ah.
Oh, I need
Ouch.
more beer.
Wiener ship. That's what Chip says.
I have something for you, Chip.
Uh-oh. Never mind. Too easy.
I have something for you, Chip. Zip. All right, so there is a wiener ship, and I'll add it to my list.
Ben's face when you read Chip's comments. I didn't even see your face.
There is a sci-fi show called Lex, and this is the ship.
Huh.
It's a sex sci-fi show, and the ship is a giant penis.
What?
Dick and Balls spaceship.
Feather Johnston is watching.
Hi, Feather.
Right as you said Dick and Balls spaceship.
So Feather is an online acquaintance. I don't know her that well, but we know each other through like Facebook and Instagram, and I forget how we like started following each other. I think it was Sims actually.
Oh.
There was like a Sims community or something.
Are you just gonna leave that chip up?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that chip up. Is that what you're looking for, Chip? Something like that? It'll take a second to get to it. Because this was an actual sci-fi show called Lex.
Paulus is gross.
Yep.
I agree.
So I could build the Lex ship, although I don't think I'd be able to take that to any
And
conventions.
No. And Chip says, ah!
Mismatch individuals aboard an organic spacecraft, Lex. They travel through 2 universes and encounter planets. And yeah, it's all sex. Anyway. So, I think next time, just randomly pick one of these.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Or to Ben?
I think, somebody voted this one, Delta 7B. So I think next time I'll do the...
Chip said the show is awesome.
It was pretty fun.
And Paula loved Facebook Sims. I was like, FB Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if you hear squeaking in the background. Allie found a toy. Those of you that don't know, Allie is our dog.
I don't have the images, do I? Microfighters. Oh, I don't because it's not mine. This wouldn't be designed by me. This would be somebody else's design. Yeah, the lag is because I'm streaming at a rate that allows me to have a good frame rate, but the delay is a little bit intolerable. So this is what I was thinking of building next time. It'd be a Delta 7B Jedi Starfighter, and I have a Plo Koon figure, so I could do that. And this would be Ahsoka's ship, and this would be Plo Koon's ship, so I could do one of each. So that could be something I'll order the parts for. Sounds good? Sounds good. All right, opening the second beer.
Did you want another question?
Sure, let's do
There's
another
a
question.
Really good question here. Okay, and for you guys on the chat, somebody else joined.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Tim brought us the planks.
Oh yeah, I saw Tim today.
Yeah.
Hi, Tim. So if anyone on the chat is interested in weighing in on this question too, I'd be interested to
Here,
hear
you
it.
ask. I'm gonna go get my other microfighter so I can show
but
people what
You
I'm.
have to listen to this because I don't know my answer yet.
Okay.
If you could switch 2 movie characters, what switch would lead to the most inappropriate movies? Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good answer. So anyone on the chat? I'll read it again. If you could switch 2 movie characters, what switch would lead to the most inappropriate movies?
So switch them within the same movie?
Oh,
Or
I don't know.
Switch them between 2 different movies.
I don't know.
Like, am I switching Rain Man with Darth Vader? Or am I switching just like Luke and Leia kind of thing?
Chip said Chip's phone is garbage.
Chip's phone is garbage. Yeah, that one he keeps in the freezer.
The reason that we always have to text Paula if we need you
Yeah.
is
So while we're answering questions, I'm going to pull out the other microfighters to show you guys what I've been doing. 2 movie characters. So let's decide the parameters.
yeah, is it so let me read it again. If you could switch 2 movie characters, what switch would lead to the most inappropriate movies?
Well, I'm still thinking.
I don't know if okay, I'm not sure if this is Chip or Paula talking. It's under Chip. Shame him into getting something better. Chip, you really should get something better.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with pixels. Get a pixel.
I mean, come on. Come on.
It's 2019, dude. All right, 2 characters that. Uh-oh. Really? Oh, there we go. So, I'm thinking the obvious would be like the crying game.
Oh, are you gonna be insensitive?
Well, no, I'm just trying to think of characters in movies that would be like the plot is based on maybe gender or sexual identity.
Yeah.
But it has to be two characters within the same movie.
I don't know if it's within. I don't know. Let's do another question. That was too
All right.
hard. Let's come back to that.
So find a question. This here is a Microfighter of the Rogue Shadow. This is not one that's designed.
Chip wants to know what your beer is.
Oh, the beer is, it's fourth tap. Hold it up here. It's fourth tap, Highland Scoundrel, Scottish style ale.
Paula says more shame and also talk about price.
More shame and talk about price.
Chip's phone. We're shaming Chip into getting a better phone.
Oh yeah, you know, I think $1,000 is totally worth his time of day.
Can't you get an upgrade? What do you have? Like, come on.
He's got a Nokia brick. He's got the little chirpy.
No, he does not. But that would be amazing if he did.
So Rogue Shadow, this is from a video game. It's from Force Unleashed. So this is one that'll be at Brick Fiesta. All right.
I got another question. I like this question.
Okay.
What inanimate object would be most annoying if it played loud, upbeat music while being used?
A vibrator.
Wow, I was not expecting that. My mom is watching this.
All right.
Just
My vibrator. No. I don't know why I need that.
Paul says
No.
no. I mean, that is an accurate statement. That would be.
What else?
I feel like.
An X-ray machine.
Oh God.
A mammogram scanner.
Oh, that would be the worst. A mammogrammer?
A mammogrammer.
I don't know. Sorry.
Is that somebody who live streams their mammograms? A mammogrammer. So here's a
not
Genevex.
$1,000. He'll never upgrade.
He could get a refurb. It's fine. So here's a Genevex class fighter. This is a.
Paula says we need to be louder. I have never had somebody tell me that before.
Here, do this. You need to be louder. I'll put the mic on the other side.
Okay.
How's this?
Never had someone tell me I need to be louder. That's a first.
Yeah, you're usually pretty loud.
I am.
Hey, for you Lego and / Star Wars nerds, here's the Genevex class fighter. This is Ventress's fighter from the Clone Wars. I like it. It's a great design. Actually, I'm not going to do this build camera anymore because the quality is ass. So this is really cool. I like the use of the capes. Not my design. I just liked it and I had to reverse engineer it. This will be at Brick Fiesta. You should come see it. Live.
Chip says, do you get in trouble when your kids step on Lego? He said Legos, by the way. Legos with your beer. Let me try this again. Chip laughed at Ben's mammogram joke. Okay, so Chip said, do you get in trouble when your kids step on Lego with bare feet?
Do I get in trouble? No. Do they get in trouble? They're never over here playing with Lego long enough to... So here's the thing. This is to all those people who post stuff on my Facebook page that are like, look at this. Okay, I won't be disparaging about it. Those slippers that come out, that's a funny joke. Those are for people who have small kids who just like leave Lego out all over the place.
Ben would never just leave Lego out.
No, that doesn't happen here. It's funny, but there's no Lego on the floor here at all. Even in like Greg's room, all his stuff, it's kind of put up. He doesn't leave it out. So nobody steps on anything. But I get it, it's funny.
This is a fun question.
This is Bosk, Bounty Hunter. That's his ship, the Houndstooth. Yes, in Star Wars universe, they have hounds, or they have patterns of fabrics. Houndstooth.
Yeah,
that's a pattern.
That's a pattern.
Yeah. So they have pattern. They have that pattern in Star Wars universe.
Oh. So this is a fun question. What is the most epic way you've seen someone quit or be fired?
Kitty is not pleased.
Kitty.
Kitty is not pleased. Answer the question, Cat. Answer it. Okay.
Yeah, he's not impressed.
Not impressed.
So,
what was
epic
it?
Firing. The most epic way you've either seen someone quit or get fired. I can tell you the most epic.
I can't think of one.
thing that somebody has done to get fired, in my opinion, is when I worked at PetSmart, when I was training dogs at PetSmart, there was a guy at one of the stores. Chip is throwing his head back in laughter because he seems so passionate about the answer.
Venator class Star Destroyer
So when I worked
with Senator Palpatine.
I'm sorry, I feel like I keep interrupting you.
No, that's fine. Look at those crazy eyes.
So when I worked at PetSmart, there was a guy there, and it was actually kind of genius. But there was a guy that worked there, and what he would do is when somebody bought something and wouldn't, and you asked, do you want your receipt? And they would say no. He would pretend to throw it away, but he would keep it. Then he would steal things that were on the receipt. And
I remember you telling me.
return them.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this.
And he got caught because he was always returning like weird things. Like one day it would be like a dog toy, and then one day it would be like a filter for a fish tank, and then one day it would be like a cat scratcher.
Was it a filter fish?
Yeah.
Gefilte fish?
I see what you did there. Like it was really, really strange. So
This is
I
a
guess,
GR-75 transport. You saw these in Empire Strikes Back, fleeing the planet Hoth.
Did we?
I did.
Just kidding.
Sweet summer child.
I know. But yeah, so
I need new
again, that was
headphones.
the most epic way that somebody has gotten fired, not like the actual,
Yeah.
or that caused the firing.
I actually don't have a great quitting firing story. It's nothing I.
You know what story?
I've heard of people like embezzling and stuff in the
Yeah.
company that, or in previous companies I've worked for, but I've never like seen them be escorted out or anything like that.
You know what story you should tell again now that Chip's here? The story that you told last week. It doesn't have to do with firing, but with the elevator.
So, this is for the. Some people may have heard this last week. Chip, this is Chip's favorite story about me. So last week we were going over embarrassing stories, or what's your most embarrassing moment? And I told the story of Chip and I going down to have a cigarette, and we were in the elevator with this girl, this woman, and he's already going to know what story this is. And we knew that she was newly engaged, and I'm stalling as much as possible. So Chip starts in with, well, that's great. I hear you're engaged. Are you guys happy? Is it going well? When's the wedding? All these questions. And so if you guys play Battlefront 2, this is the Corvus. This is Iden Versio's ship, the Corvus. It's a Raider 2 class Corvette. So Chip's asking all these questions, and
Apparently Chip is laughing.
and so I'm sitting there and I'm kind of nodding along, and I'm trying to think of a good question to ask, but he's like getting to all of them before I am. And so my brain is asking, ask her how long she's been planning her engagement, because sometimes you get married and you get engaged and you don't plan the actual wedding for a while.
How did it come out?
And so my brain says, ask her how long they've been planning their engagement or they're planning the wedding, and my mouth just goes, how long you been doing it? And I said it, and Chip keeps talking and asking questions for a second, but her face just drops and looks at me like, what? And finally Chip goes, wait, what? And so we reach our floor and we get out of the elevator, and I'm backing out going, no, what I meant, how long you been planning the elevator doors closed. So, and I'm sure that the lady was killed in a bus accident or something later. I never saw her again, because after that, I don't know what happened to her. But for the rest of her life, I'm the guy in the elevator who asked her how long she'd been doing it. Oh my God.
Oh man.
This one is my favorite. I didn't realize how many of these I had. So all the ones I'm showing you now are not store-bought ones. These are ones that I have designed. And this one's my favorite. It's called an Imperial Patrol Craft. It's very small. It's only like 85 pieces, but it really works well. I'll have this at Brick Fiesta as well. I really like the way the shovels were used back there for the sort of the stabilizers.
So I found one that is kind of like a whose line is it anyway kind of thing, where they do like the quick fire stuff.
Yep.
What's the worst thing to hear as you're going under anesthesia before heart surgery?
Hey, everybody! It's Dr. Nick! Holy smokes, you need booze!
Chip is tickled pink, by the way, from that story. I would think the worst thing to hear would be, huh, what does this do?
Yeah.
What's this for?
Or, oops. That's an old Bill Cosby joke, which, damn it.
Oh, you can't, no.
I know. Bill Cosby was such a touchstone for me as far as humor goes that I just can't. It's like I have to rewrite my whole lexicon of funny shit to tell people.
Yeah.
I have to make up my own jokes and stuff now. It sucks.
Really sad. What makes your eyes roll every time you hear it?
Juice cleanse.
I've never done a juice cleanse.
Uh-huh.
No. I've never done a juice cleanse. I have done natural
Cleanse.
I've done natural detoxes, which included just eating.
It's
I know.
fake fucking science,
but,
Beth.
But I didn't buy anything. It was
Okay.
just eating lean meats and vegetables and fruits. But yes, I realize
That's not a cleanse. That's like eating like a human.
it's a detox. It's cleansing.
There's
your
no
palates.
such thing as a detox.
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay. V19 Torrent. It actually has the wings that fold up, and I'm very proud of this one. Oh,
It
or break.
broke.
It's Lego. It doesn't break. It just disassembles itself. All right, next question.
Well, I didn't answer.
Oh, okay. What do you roll? Besides Lego, what do you roll your eyes at?
I don't roll my eyes at Lego. My eyes
Landing.
glaze over at
Landing.
Lego.
Oh, that makes
Yes,
it better.
It's different. Every time I hear.
You can't hear this music, but God, this
No,
is
I
like the
can't.
porniest music going
Why
on.
are you listening to it?
It's just random, like it's stuff off. It's just a live kind of lo-fi thing off YouTube. It's royalty-free music, is why I can get away with doing it.
I know what.
Radio Cut Man. Follow, subscribe.
I know what I roll my eyes at every time I hear anything that anyone says positively about Trump.
Well, that's kind of a given.
Like how smart he is.
Crispy!
Hey, Crispy!
Holy shit, dude! With 5 minutes to go, Crispy
Oh
shows
my
up.
god, okay, so this is just like how it is at Canary Roost.
Right,
This
we're
is
about
just
to
how it is.
leave,
We're about to
and
leave,
fucking Crispy
and
shows
Crispy
up.
shows up.
What's up, brother?
But yeah, I am so
Brother
sick
from a
of
yesterday's
people
mother?
continuing to defend Trump. I don't understand.
I
I'm
don't
sorry
either.
if there's any Trump fans here, but seriously,
I'm not. Fuck you guys.
Seriously.
All right, so this is a this is Home 1. This is a Mon Calamari cruiser, including Admiral Akbar. This is, you see it in Return of the Jedi. I don't like this build. I'm gonna redo it because there's a lot of these things that are like on a stud that doesn't lock properly, and the friction's not right, so they spin. It's not bulbous enough. It's not. I don't know. It could be done better. This was this was my first Microfighter design, and this was done like a year and a half ago. So I
don't
could
know why
really.
you looked at me like I would know the answer to this. What?
I don't even know who you are anymore. Anyway, next question.
What's the most unsettling film that you've ever seen?
Hereditary.
By far, Hereditary.
Without
Actually,
a fucking doubt.
No, I take it back. Hold please. Let me see if I can find
Hold, please.
There was a movie that I watched that was on Amazon Prime, and I can't remember what it was, but it was messed up.
Republic Y-Wing with Ahsoka. Which Ahsoka is this? Did I get the... Oh, this is the young one with the halter top instead of the full outfit. Anyway, this is like the second Microfighter I did. They have a Y-Wing Microfighter, but I'm like, Clone Wars is out. These are more popular probably. Why don't they do one of the Clone Wars one? So that's it. So there's a guy, while you're looking up stuff, there's a guy who is, he lives in Sweden, who's another Microfighter guy like I am, but he's building all my designs. Like he's built more designs than I have. And I've got 150 some designs, and he's built a good amount of them, and he keeps saying, I've got the largest collection of Star Wars Microfighters in Europe. And I'm like, dude, half of these are fucking mine. And he does give me credit, so that's good. But it's a little bothersome. Mostly because he's building more than I am.
Chip said this is the best Sam and Diane sitcom I've ever seen.
It's the worst.
Okay, the most disturbing movie that I've ever seen. It was more disturbing.
By the way, go back and fucking watch Cheers. It's the worst.
Totally interrupted
I'm
me.
sorry.
Totally interrupted. No,
I totally did.
It really is the worst. They're terrible people except for Coach and
Woody.
They're too pure for this world. No, the movie was called Excision. I don't even know how to describe it.
It sounds like there's some surgery involved in cutting off somebody's penis.
Oh, no, it wasn't the penis. But
Somebody's vagina?
No.
All right.
I can't say it to ruin the movie. But seriously, look that up and watch it. It is the most messed up movie. I need to ask my brother if he's seen it, because that's kind of along the lines of something he would watch.
Corellian Corvette, first ship you see in Star Wars with Princess Leia.
I thought you said first chip.
First chip. This is the first chip you see in
Star Wars.
This is the first chip you see in Austin. You just get off the plane and there's Chip hanging out going, hey, what's up?
Wait, this one's for Chip. What's the most interesting building you've ever seen or been in?
Oh, I know this one. I know this one, Chip. I know this answer.
You read it one more time and then Ben's going to tell the story.
Then I think we need to be done.
Yeah. What's the most interesting building you've ever seen or been in?
God, this is good. This is freaking gold.
I've heard a Serbian film is awesome. By the way, Paula, I want to see that.
The Serbian
film.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, okay, so tell the story about the most interesting building that Chip's ever seen or been in.
So Chip and I used to work together in Houston, and I think that's it for all my personal microfighters.
Wait. Chip says, "Fuck you, Ben."
Fuck you, Ben. Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so Chip and I worked together in the Galleria in Houston. We both worked for a day trading firm, and he was in kind of the development group, and I was in the operations group. And we're driving home one day, and we carpooled because I married his I married his sister. I didn't know it was his sister at the time. We became friends after his sister and I got married. Anyway.
Paula said Chip seems upset.
I know he does because this is choice. So we're driving home, and on the way home on Loop 610, there was this building. It was a savings and loan bank, and it had been scheduled for demolition. It hadn't been in use for a while, so they're going to tear it down. So we see it every day driving home, and there's always signs for the last couple months or whatever saying, on this day it's going to be imploded. So, we'll have this section of the road closed off and everything. So we're driving by one day, and I was like, man, I would really like to be on ground zero or somewhere near when they implode a building. I think that'd be really neat to kind of feel the shock wave hit you and everything like that, and kind of see it crumple in on itself. You see it on TV and on videos and stuff, and it's not the same to be right there to see it the wave of death. And Chip, without even missing a beat, goes, I was in a grain cellar once that was torn down 2 weeks later. And I was just driving along going, what? What is that? What? This was, okay, this is before really the internet was huge, and before I could say, cool story, bro. Because it was literally such a cool story, bro moment.
Yeah.
This is so we're driving, she and I are driving to Louisiana.
Was it Louisiana or Louisiana? Oh,
it was Louisiana.
Yeah.
So, and we had taken, I don't know why we were going through I-10 through Houston, but we were going through Houston, we hit the loop, and I was like, oh, this is the building, and I told her the story. And I told her the story beforehand. And so we're going by the building, and she's like, should I text Chip right now? I was like, yeah, do it. So she texts him and says, hey, we're driving by this building that I think was torn down in Houston. And he gets a text back, and goes, fuck you, Beth. And I called it. I totally called it. I was like, he's going to respond back with, fuck you, Beth.
Chip says, I'm going to do one of these where you can't talk.
That's fine. One of these days,
I'm stream, Chip.
So one of these days, I want to get one where you can do.
Paula says that's actually hilarious. Chip being dumb.
I want to do one of these.
Paula, make Chip tell you the Bob Cartwheel story. It'll be.
I'll tell you the Bob. Okay. To be fair and balanced, what is it?
We are not Fox News.
It doesn't have to be Fox News. It's just any press where you give equal side to whatever.
Fox News is not fair enough.
No, it is not. So to give equal play.
Paul already knows the story.
Yeah.
But you should just tell it anyway.
I should tell it to the other 9 whatever people that are watching. So it's one of these revelations that you have when you get older and you realize that a word means something. A good example is like you grow up hearing the words cigar and cigarette and you equate them with 2 different things, and you get to be a little older when you realize, oh, cigarette means small cigar, right? And it's just one of those things where you're like, oh, okay, I get that. You know, a lot of times you don't vocalize it because you're like, oh, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I didn't. So I was talking with, again, I don't even think Chip was there. I think it was just his sister. I think it was just Cheryl. And I was like, did you guys ever notice that the move cartwheel actually looks like a cartwheel? And Chip was there. And
I was like,
they both kind of looked at me like, as opposed to what? What else would it look like? I'm like, well, you know, like in the Olympics or in other gymnastics where you do kind of a move, and if you're the first one who does that move, they name the move after you. You know, in ice skating, it's like you get a triple Lutz because the guy named Lutz did it, or the sow cow because somebody did it, or the Fosbury flop because the guy named Fosbury did it. And Cheryl goes, so like Bob Cartwheel? And I'm like, oh God, I'm never gonna live this down. And to this day, anytime something like that happens, people just look at me and go, oh, like Bob Cartwheel? And I'm like, mother puss bucket.
Oh, goodness. I love that story.
So I'm gonna have to go rescue my son from the horrors that is his new job.
Yes, Chip, did you know that your youngest, it's not your youngest nephew. Yeah, youngest nephew.
No.
Miles is older than him.
Zoe is older than him. Zoe's the youngest.
But Zoe's not a nephew.
Oh, okay, true. Youngest of your niece and nephews.
Bob Cartwheel. Your nephew
Greg's working.
Started his first day of work.
So Rowan's in Canada, Greg's working.
Yeah,
and
Rowan's a high school graduate.
I'm here drowning my sorrows and talking to you nerds about Lego. So I'm going to cut this short because we're going to have to go pretty soon and grab him. But this is what we built tonight, the Gungan Bongo from Phantom Menace. It's the dumbest name. All the names in Star Wars are dumb. Literally, like they have things called Falcons in the Star Wars universe to make a Millennium Falcon. Anyway, this is a submarine, right? Instructions are available on BrickLink, which is in the description. The links for Brick Fiesta are in the description. The links for Fourth Tap, which is a local Austin brewery. This was very tasty if you're into bourbon barrel aged beers or Scotch aged beers or anything dark and very alcohol-y and not hoppy and not IPA-ish, but it's very candy-like. It's very good if you don't like it. It's very good. I highly suggest it.
It's beer and it's not sour, so.
You're right. Also in the description, I haven't really talked about this a lot, but my barn owl for Lego Ideas is in the description. Please go vote on that.
Yeah, I forgot
please
about
go
that.
support that. It's you have to create an account with lego.com, but if you support it, I very much appreciate it. If I get up to the next milestone is 500 votes, I'm at like 147, and I've got about a year and a half to get more votes. When Brick Fiesta is over, I will go back to working on it, and I'll have a nice base built for it. So, and I've got some people who will do some photography for it. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. We got time.
Greg hasn't texted us yet saying, "Come get me."
Well, and his current boss, I think, is not rowing.
Hi, I'm up on my own again. I don't know what to do. Oh no, I just feel the need to do something so they're not just seeing me like staring.
Music. That's why there's music. They can bob their heads.
Oh.
This is gonna be a problem. So, if you haven't seen this, I'm gonna show this real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it up.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep the headphones on so I can hear the music and I can hear you talking.
What was?
Bridget Harris is watching. Hi, Bridget. It's been forever. We're just about ready to sign off, but come grab us Sunday. I'll be here. So, for those who haven't seen,
you don't want me to do a song, Chip.
this is the owl that I'm doing for the Lego Ideas project. Lego Ideas is a what am I looking for? It's a thing where you can submit models to Lego, and if you get enough votes for the project for whatever you're building, you get to have it reviewed by Lego, and then if they deem it worthy, they will redevelop it with their designers, and then it becomes an official set. So there have been things that are have been put out already that people may know about. The Apollo 5 rocket, the Yellow Submarine. There was a Doctor Who set. I'm trying to think of what else. Several sets have come out that are Lego Ideas sets. I think the Voltron one was an Ideas set, actually.
I still owe you that one, don't I?
So this is my submission to it, and I want to rebuild the base a little bit to make it cleaner around the side so it's got a nice presentation. There have been bird sets already, so I think this would work well with it. This was for a contest for a friend of mine, and it was too complicated or not intense, but too much for the contest. They wanted a little thing.
Chip says that's awesome. It really, really is.
So
Do the wings?
The wings, I mean, they can articulate, right? They're on hinges, but they're not meant to like build up, or they're not meant to flap or anything like that. It's just supposed to be kind of like in this stuck position. So anyway, if you go to Lego Ideas, the link's in the description. If you go to that site, you have to create an account for lego.com. But they don't, you can say you don't want any email or anything sent to you. I would really appreciate the support, and if you could share that link with a bunch of people, with anybody you know at your work or your family or whatever, that would be great too. I super appreciate it. Like I said, the next milestone is 400 votes, and I'm at like 147 right now, and so I've got like 400 days to get another 350 votes or something like that. So I've got a while, and I want to get some nice pictures of this because the pictures that are up there aren't great. I took them with my phone against a drape in the kitchen, so it's not great. But I would super appreciate it. The link to Fourth Tap is in the description, the beverage that I was having tonight. The link to Brick Fiesta is in the description. If you're in Austin, July 4th through the 7th, come by, see, I'll have this there. I'll have the Capitol there. All the Microfighters will be there. I've got my RQ4, my big, every time I get on this, I forget all my words. Remote drone Air Force reconnaissance plane will be there. A couple other smaller things. There'll be a lot of really good builds there. So if you'd like to come see it, come say hi and whatnot. And thanks to Beth for hanging out with us. And I think that's it. You good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. It was good seeing you, and hopefully we see you all sometime in real life. And if not, we'll see you on Sunday. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.